My mother, Audrey Seaby, was born in 1925. She was brought up effectively as an only child because her brother died in a tragic accident at home when he was just 2 years old, and that was before Mum was born, so she never knew him. And when Mum was just 8 years old, her father died. So life was tough for my mum and her mum. While she was working at the gas board in 1946, her 21st birthday was coming up and she wanted something new to wear, a nice dress. But she didn't have any clothing coupons. It wasn't a case of money, it was having the coupons to buy the clothes. She'd heard that there was this soldier called Tom Smith, or an ex-soldier, who had been demobbed from the army and who'd just started working at the gas board. She tracked him down and cheekily asked him if she could buy some of his coupons from him. He was quite taken with that and said, "You can have them. I don't want any money for them." And then she became quite taken with him. They started going out and were married in 1950, April the 1st, 1950, at Hammersmith Town Hall. They had 3 children, 2 boys, and then me. I'm the baby. We had a happy childhood, and my mum and dad had a happy marriage right up until the time when she sadly passed away in 2004. At the time, her youngest grandson was just 4, and her twin granddaughters weren't even 1. So I thought it's really sad that they wouldn't have any memory of her. They'll just see photographs and hear stories that we tell them. They won't know her sense of fun. She was always cracking jokes, very witty, very warm. They won't know that, or how much she loved them. I thought how nice it would have been if I'd had something on film of her talking about her life and that I could show them later when they're older. So that thought led me to the idea of video interviewing people and making DVDs about their lives that they can pass on to their children and grandchildren. And I interviewed a friend of Mum's and her cousin. We had such fun doing it. And they loved telling the stories and thinking that in future these stories will be heard. They're not lost forever. I also interviewed my dad and learnt so much about his life. He couldn't believe how much he remembered. But it all came out, and there were these stories about his childhood, his time in India and Burma during the war. It was like a history lesson. My father was bringing history to life. I started the videos as a hobby, but I wanted to make them more professional, so I took myself off to do a documentary filmmaking course at Ealing Studios. I truly believe that everybody has a story to tell, whether it's 10 minutes long or an hour and 10 minutes long. By the time I was born, all my grandparents had died. I didn't know any of them. If somebody offered to show me a video of my grandparents, I'd be delighted. I'd think it was fascinating. Especially as I don't even have a photograph of my dad's mum or dad.